All right, good Thursday evening. Almost to the end of the week. We're getting closer to the weekend, and I think it's overall going to be a pretty nice weekend. Now, it's August. It's still going to be warm, just not as hot as it has been thanks to a frontal boundary which has been moving from north to south across the state. Now, we got most of our rain with the front yesterday, 97 degrees yesterday before the rain started, but today, even though there were a couple of spotty showers out there late this afternoon and most of the rain was down to our south along the front, we only made it up to 91 today. So think about it. At the beginning of the week, we had multiple days at 99 degrees, and today 91. Now, we are going to rebound just a little bit over the weekend back into the mid-90s, but then another front will come in. It's going to knock our temperatures back down, possibly into the 80s for highs by the middle of next week. And you can see the difference from the first front. It's going to be drier the farther north you live, and drier conditions, less humidity, means cooler temperatures at night, and a couple places in our northern counties could actually slip into the upper 60s even this night. And then tomorrow we're going to be close to average for late August. Now, we're going to see more sun in our northern counties, so we're expecting about 92, 93 along and north of I-20. It'll be in the upper 80s to low 90s in our southern counties because that's where the front's hanging out. We're still going to see a north wind there, but there's going to be more clouds and better chances of rain focused around the front. So that could keep places like Natchez and Brookhaven and Macomb and Columbia and Laurel and Hattiesburg down to around 89, 90 degrees. So here's a look at our high temperatures in the month of August. We started out okay, but then the past couple of weeks have been just absolutely brutal, with temperatures in the mid to upper 90s just about every single day. 98, 97, again earlier this week we had 99 for high Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 97 yesterday, but then we get today and it's 91, and then after that next front comes through Sunday, the last week of August is not going to be bad. It's either going to be average or below average for high temperatures. So that's a good deal heading into Labor Day weekend. What's also a good deal is the fact that we are not going to see anything threatening us from the tropics. We do have Hurricane Aaron out there off the eastern seaboard, but behind Aaron, on the back side of it, where we get that north wind, that brings in drier conditions, and that's what we're seeing over land, over the Great Lakes, in the Midwest, in the Tennessee, the Ohio River Valley, even North Mississippi and Alabama, seeing those dry conditions. All the rain is going to be close to that front, which is going to be down around the Gulf Coast tomorrow, and the aforementioned next front is on its way. Now, this is where it's going to be Saturday night, still to the northwest of us, but I expect by Sunday night, that front's going to sweep through. The high pressure coming in behind it is coming in from the northwest, from Canada. So this is cooler, drier air coming in from that region, and that's why we're expecting those below average temperatures. Now, here's your rain the next 48 hours. Notice tomorrow, it's mostly going to be south of Hattiesburg. Then we get to Saturday, and we can't just rule out completely a stray shower. Notice to the northeast of us, closer to Alabama, there's going to be a little bit of rain. So we can't totally take it out of the forecast, but nothing to worry about really. I think the weekend is going to be sunny and dry. So in the tropics, Aaron is now accelerating off to the northeast. It's pulling away from the U.S. We're going to be able to close the books on Aaron in just a couple of days. As it moves into the waters of the North Atlantic, it's going to lose its tropical characteristics. So it won't even be a tropical system, let's say, past about Friday or Saturday. There are other tropical waves out there in the Atlantic, though. There's one in the middle of the Atlantic that's got a low 20% chance of development. The one between Africa and South America has got a medium 50% chance of development. And then the wave that we have been tracking for several days as it came off the west coast of Africa, that's the one northeast of the Caribbean that's got a high 80% chance of development. But the good news with that is, it looks like it is not going to get into the Caribbean. It is not going to get into the Gulf. It may be the next storm to get a name, which would be Fernand, but if it follows Aaron and curves out to the north and out to sea, big deal. Bermuda could be in its crosshairs in a couple of days, but certainly we are not going to see any effects from that. As long as we have cold fronts coming through, we're not going to be threatened by tropical weather. So your forecast for tonight, partly cloudy, 72 in the morning, then tomorrow, I think we're going to see a mix of sun and clouds. We're going to warm still into the 90s, but just 92, about what we had today. And there's going to be that 20% chance of rain, mainly south of us. I'm thinking better chances down around places like Macomb and Tylertown and Hattiesburg and down towards the Gulf Coast. So again, we can't rule out a stray shower Saturday, only 10% though. Sunday, no rain. The front comes in Sunday night, and so after that, temperatures will trend downward once again. Notice our lows are going to be in the 60s for a majority of next week, and your high temperatures are going to be at 90 or below starting Tuesday. And we could bring back some rain towards the end of next week, but that's 8 days from now. So we got a lot of time to tweak the forecast as we head into Labor Day weekend. All right, that's your good news, and it is weather good news for tonight. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here first thing in the morning with your next update. Have a good night.